So I gave you an access description before, so it will probably go right, and then left, and then right again, and find the switch in the middle. So what happened? It has found the point 0 exactly. You can think of it like this. For example, there is the positioning section there, and I have selected the first setting in the positioning. For example, let's set up a point in the positioning in order to use the absolute and relative commands. For example, let's say 30. Let's select 30 millimeters, so when we select 30, let's see what it does when we say absolute. Look, I am expecting the system to go 30 millimeters from where it is and stop around 13. Look, it stopped. Now, I will write negative 30 millimeters there, and we will get back to this later, but let's just experiment. I will click again on absolute. Look, I wrote negative 30 and now it is traveling from 0 point to negative 30 millimeters, so it will stop around 7. You can set the velocity from here, and now let's say 10 and select relative. What will it do now? Look, it will travel from negative 30 to 10 now, right now, but absolute command moves to the value you wrote. It will travel to negative 30 no matter where it was in the first place, but the relative command travels to right or left, exactly the amount you wrote. Let's write 10 here, and it will travel 10 millimeters at each pulse. Friends, as you see, you can make these settings as you see fit. Now let me tell you this, but I won't try it. Let's say that I move this system and lean it to the switch on the right. I will not be able to start the system when that happens. It will give an error because it is hitting the limit switch. Therefore, you will need to save it from that switch. You will be able to continue with your operations in your system after you saved it. So, when a similar error occurs in your system regarding the switches or velocity, you will be using this reset command. We will see that in the next video. We will be able to fix many errors via this reset command, and we will also be able to appoint fields into the command boxes that we will use in order to house the error codes. Now, you will be able to see the errors in those fields, and thus, we will continue our operations after solving them. So, let's continue on that subject in our next video. But don't forget that, if you don't fix your errors, you won't be able to continue working.